Good day, God bless everybody. Hope you're having another God bless day. Welcome to another episode. I'm still here in Addis Ababa, part 2. You can check out the other episode. Basically, it's just another way for me to explore the city more. It's a fairly large city, the capital city here in Ethiopia. So I'm going to do a walking tour again, show you 2 more attractions here in the city. One is called like a national palace, and one is the Holy Trinity Cathedral. So I'm gonna try to bring my cameras in, either my phone or my GoPro, show you a nice 360 view of how things look, and get some exercise for the day. The climate here is amazing. High about 80 degrees Fahrenheit, low about 55 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's pretty comfortable most of the year. It's pretty dry as well, so keep that in mind. It tends to get a little dusty here at times, so you can wear your face mask to protect yourself from the dust, sunscreen, comfortable clothing. The taxi service here is not that great. I've tested it out. Uber is kind of sporadic. There's another one called Ride, but most of the time you have to call the taxi driver like, hey, this is where I'm at, this is where I'm going. A lot of the drivers, they don't have like a GPS directions, so, or you can rent a car and get around, that's fine as well. Or take the bus, they do have like city buses here. I'll try to show you how that looks as I walk around. Just keep in mind that Ethiopia, the capital city especially, they're very sensitive with cameras, so they don't allow shooting or cameras in most places. So don't be surprised if you get approached, or the best thing is just to ask before you start shooting. Anyway, let's go start this walking tour. Addis Ababa, God bless. Till next time. Okay, now we're going to start the walking tour here. As you can see, this road is called Africa Avenue. We're going to go down to where the Unity Park is. You can check out that episode. A lot of attractions in that area. So now first we're going to go to the National Palace. See how that looks. Popular attraction here in the city. And then finally we're going to check out the Holy Trinity Church. All right, let's take a walk down this road here. Get you a little bit closer. All right, so we are now approaching the National Palace. See how much it is to get in, if we're allowed any cameras or phones for pictures and videos. Hopefully we can, that way I can show you guys how it looks. Give you a nice little 360 view. It's a popular attraction here in Addis Ababa. The National Palace. And straight ahead there, you take that all the way up. You got Unity Park and Friendship Park. You can check out that episode as well. All right, looks like the entrance here. Let's go ask some questions. See if we can get in. I'll let you know here in a little bit. God bless. Okay, we walked to the Trinity, this holy cathedral here. There is a fee, 1,500 birr. The museum had to pause because they wanted $50 to enter. This is about 6,500 birr. Tourists, we pay a lot more than the locals. I understand why, but sometimes it's a little bit too much. Okay, so this is a famous cathedral here. This is the front part of it. Here you have the last emperor is laying here to rest. Emperor Haile Selassie. And then you have some other national heroes, some patriots, some veterans as well, that are laying here to rest, as you can see straight ahead there. I try my best to be respectful. So here you can take videos and pictures, but supposedly in the museum you cannot. So we have to be respectful of the locals, right? It's one of my top 10 travel tips. All right, beautiful architecture there. Again, Ethiopia is an Orthodox Christian church, religious country. You do have some Muslims here as well, and some Judaism, all part of the Abrahamic religion. All right, let's walk around here a little bit more, take some videos and pictures. There is a museum in the back, and no pictures are allowed there. So be respectful of that. Okay, let's see here. We have, again, Ethiopia had for many centuries a monarchy derived from King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. So here you have one of the emperors there. Like you have a priest here. So this is a holy place where they're laying to rest. All right, let's see what else we have here.
You know this book?
I don't know.
The last Orthodox Patriarch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his name is Abuna Paul. Everybody was, we have last one also, the leader of, during Haile Selassie. Do you know Haile Selassie?
I've heard of him, yes.
During the time of Haile Selassie, the leader of this cathedral.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So, last one also, you know, famous.
Thank you, thank you. You can do, obviously, some tours here. Or you can just do solo, like what I'm doing. All right, let's walk around. There's a back here to walk around the back, yeah? Yeah? Okay, thank you, thank you. So these are the buses. They're like bus taxis. You'll see them driving around the city. In Kenya, they take it to another level. The matatus. They pimp it out. Got like speakers inside and rims, but here's just basic. You do see some older vehicles here as well. Now this one got some painting on there. Got the Jamaican flag there. Very nice. There's a Bob Marley statue here in the city. I have to find it. All right, so as you can see here, you have some national heroes laying to rest. Beautiful. Rest in peace, right? I'm going to try to do the palace at a later time. I wasn't expecting the entry fee to be that high. I tried to conserve my cash. Some places you can use your Visa, MasterCard, but most places it's only by cash. All right, let's see if we can go in the back. Show you how that looks. God bless. All right, so we're stepping into the Holy Trinity Cathedral. You have to take your shoes off. So it looks here. On the inside. Very nice. Alright, so here's another angle of the Holy Trinity Cathedral. Yeah, it's a very holy, famous attraction here in Addis Ababa. And then you have the museum, it's called the Selassie Museum. And then straight ahead back there is another church. A lot of famous national heroes are laying to rest here. So if you're part of the Abrahamic religions, especially Christian, you definitely need to visit this Holy Trinity Cathedral here in Addis Ababa. Got an antique car there. Alright, let's go inside. There's no pictures and videos allowed inside of these two buildings here. Like, share, subscribe. Have a jobless day. Okay guys, so you're looking at your typical Ethiopian church here. This one is at the Holy Trinity Cathedral. It's a circular shaped building. This is during the Emperor Menelik time frame. You can't go inside, so this is just how it looks on the outside here. And it's a very holy church. I'm more spiritual, and I do feel a spirit here, you know, being in the presence of history and lineage, the Abrahamic religion. But yeah, definitely come visit this place here. As you can see, you can sit out, take a breather as you walk around. A lot of people come here to pray. So there you have it. I'm going to wrap up this episode here. Try to check out the palace at a later date. And this is how it looks on the outside here. Like, share, subscribe. Have a jobless day. Alright, so hope you liked this episode of this walking tour. I went to the National Palace, but again, I wasn't expecting that fee to be $50 or 6,500 birr. So now I know I might do that at a later date. And then I walked to the Holy Trinity Cathedral, as you see behind me here. There was a guy in the front, gave me a little walking tour of the Holy Trinity and the surroundings here. It's a very holy place for Orthodox Christians, and you have some national heroes here as well that you can take a view. And then one of the oldest church here in the city. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up this episode. Try to visit another city here in Ethiopia. I always enjoy my time here in Addis. It's very conservative, very orthodox, very grounded, a lot of history here, awesome food, coffee, and of course they're Orthodox Christian. So till next time, God bless. So we are climbing the steps to the Addis Ababa Museum. As you can see, it's right here in the downtown area of Boli, next to that cafe and the Hyatt Hotel there. So we're gonna go up these steps, find out how much it's gonna cost to enter and the hours, learn a thing or two about a thing or two here at the Addis Ababa Museum. can check out the National Museum of Ethiopia. My previous video, my first time here 2 years ago. All right, let's go get some information here. All right, so we're walking to the entrance of the museum, and right next door to it, actually, it's called Union Restaurant. You can check out that clip right next to the Addis Ababa Museum, overlooking this beautiful Mescal Square, it's called. As you can see here, it's a famous congregation square area overlooking the downtown area here. Straight ahead is the Unity Park, Friendship Park, and over here is just a nice garden area. All right, let's go in, get some information. Okay, so here is your Addis Ababa Museum, not to be mistaken for the National Museum of Ethiopia. There's your current leader of Ethiopia and your current mayor of Addis Ababa. Okay, so we're gonna enter here now. And you get some history here, and some description of each. Please do not touch. Here's your description. Again, Ethiopia for a very long time had a dynasty. So they had emperors and empress. So here's another. This is more focused on Addis Ababa, the city. There you have it there. Some nice swords that were used. All right, so look what we have here. We have Empress, that's her name there. I try not to mess up the pronunciation. And here's a very famous emperor, Emperor Menelik, right? History of Addis Ababa. Ethiopia, a country virtually as large as France and Spain combined, has traditionally been a land of villages and isolated homesteads. Over the centuries, there nevertheless emerged a number of important towns and cities, for the most part situated in the country's cool, temperate highlands. The earliest known important Ethiopian settlement was Yeha, which dates back to the 5th century BC. This great city of Aksum in Tigray may be ranked as Ethiopia's first historical capital. Probably came into existence a century or so prior to the birth of Christ and was the capital of the Aksumite Empire. Okay, I'll have you read the rest of that. All right, Addis Ababa Museum. I love history. So as I travel to these different cities and countries, if you notice in my videos, I go to museums, national parks. There's some, so it's in the Amharic language and English. Very nice. Hospital. All the families of the dynasty here. There's another one. Some traditional male clothing there. Very nice.
antique silverware. Well preserved here. Addis Ababa was originally a scattered settlement with two main nuclei. The first was Menelik II's Greek palace, situated on top of a hill. On the settlement's northern side, the large space contained the residence of the emperor and the empress, great banquet hall, buildings for preparation of food and drink, Menelik personal servants and attendants, and those of his consort lived in much humbler dwellings in the vicinity of the palace. All right. There you have it there. This is a great way to preview before you visit. Or if you can't visit, you still see how it looks, right? There is a tour guide if you choose. He just gave me a brief description of the museum here. I'm not sure what that is, but... Alright, so here's another chamber. The new flower, that's what Addis Ababa means. The origin of Ethiopia's present-day capital, Addis Ababa, dates to the early 1880s when Menelik, ruler of Shiwa, moved to the south and established a camp at Tutu in the mountains above today's Tutu was strategically situated but unsuccessfully permanent capital because its mountainous location made it difficult to access, caused difficulties during the rainy season due to severe tropical storms. And you can read more about that there. Alright, look at this. Very fashionable back in the day there. Development Hall. Stepping back in time here. The cross of Ethiopia is known and admired. The rolled over designs are unique to the specific areas of the country. Can be worked in gold, silver, bronze, nickel. So here's your typical Ethiopian Orthodox cross there. There's also a Muslim population here as well, in Judaism. Ethiopia is the first for a lot of things. There you have it. So yeah, a lot of visual in here, a lot of pictures, and you can read. It's also in English, in Amharic. Very nice. Okay. All right. So we're gonna wrap up. It's a small museum. There's an upstairs area. This way? Or this way?
This way.
Okay, thank you, thank you. All original wood here. There's an upstairs. So the hours, they close at 5 p.m. local time, so make sure you get here before that. There's an upstairs area here of the museum. And we're gonna have dinner at another local restaurant here in the city, and then wrap up this episode here. You got some artwork, as you can see here. Very nice. All original wood on the floor there. I like this one. And the Lion of Judah Monument. You can check out that episode. It's not too far, walking distance from this Addis Ababa museum here. Beautiful day. Sun came out. I'm gonna leave my pros and cons and my final thoughts here after my second visit in 2 years. I got some wood carving here. Very nice. Look at this artwork. Beautiful. Love it, love it. Again, coffee is originated here in Ethiopia. Very good coffee, by the way. Taking some home with me. Very nice artwork. I'm gonna wrap up my stay here in Addis Ababa now. I'm gonna go to another smaller city. Take y'all along with me here. I try to travel like a local, so I'm gonna try to do the bus. Very nice. High Altitude Kitchen is the name of this restaurant. Check it out here. There's your location of Kokurs in Gabon. Alright, so we're gonna head down this little alleyway here. There's a referral, so I'm gonna check it out for dinner. Show you the menu. See how it looks here. Enjoyed my walk for the day. About a good 45 minutes. Alright, so here's the name. It's called High Altitude Kitchen. That's the name there. Alright, let's go inside. See how it looks. Hi, good? Okay, hi. So there's the bar area. And looks like a little house. Got your Volkswagen there. Alright, let's go check out the menu and show you how it looks. High Altitude Kitchen is the name. Nice cute house. Turn into a kitchen and there's a bar outside. Alright, let's look at the menu here. I spoke to the waitress, and she's like, it's more American based. Alright, some soul food. And supposedly their pasta and steaks are real good here. Again, $1 US is about $129, $130 US, or Ethiopian birr, excuse me. So there's the menu there. Alright. I'm definitely gonna eat because I'm hungry from all that walking. You have your drinks here, cocktails. Alright. I love me some wine, so more than likely I'm gonna have my wine. Oh yeah, this is the name of the place. High Altitude Kitchen. Very small, cozy house that they turn into a restaurant. Very creative. Like, share, subscribe. Jobless. Okay guys, look at that. So this is my meal, my dinner, after all that walking from the Addis Ababa Museum. As you can see there, I got the steak, the vegetables. We got some gravy there, some yellow rice, and my red wine is coming. I also tried the hibiscus juice. Check out this restaurant here when you visit Addis Ababa. Like, share, subscribe. Okay guys, that food was amazing here at the high altitude kitchen in Addis Ababa. It's more like American type food as you saw there, the steak, the vegetables, and the yellow rice. And now I'm drinking some wine, which I love. It's good for your heart and arteries, by the way. So hope you liked this episode. I took you to the Addis Ababa Museum, and you can check out the other episodes here in Addis Ababa. Again, it's my second time here in the city in 2 years. I just wanted to explore more, and that way you could see as well if you decide to visit or if you can't visit. So now I'm going to go to another city here in Ethiopia, and I'll take you along with me. I like to travel like a local, so instead of flying, I'm going to take the bus, which you can fly here throughout the country as well. So like, share, subscribe. Thank you for all my subscribers out there showing the love. I appreciate it. And let's continue this journey together. God bless.